Okay, so artfight just started, so let's do something fun as a warm-up. Wait. Huh? Wow. And howdy! It's me, Manny! And here we are, the first week of artfight video. So, basically, I did 4 attacks on that first week, which means I did an attack every day except Friday and Sunday, which I think is pretty damn impressive. Give me my props. Thank you. Nobody was really fun. Plus, out of those 4 attacks, for giving them, I got 3 defenses back, which is like 3 pieces of fanart. Like, well, not fanart, but you get what I mean, like, yippee! I know that getting defenses can like be hard because people are busy, they already have planned people, some people make lists, so I'm really grateful that I got those 3, and I'm just like, yippee! And I'm not just happy because of getting defenses for my attacks, but also because low-key, my guy, those are some of the best drawing I've done, like, ever. It's incredible. I don't know how that happened. Wow. And I'm totally serious too. I mean, look at this first drawing. Look at that sky. I've done skies before, starry skies, and I've always tried to get the vibe I'm gonna get here, but oh my god, the placements of the star is one of the things that make all the differences. Before, I would like try to put them all over the place randomly and be like, it does not look random, what am I doing wrong? And this time I pulled up an actual reference of a starry sky and just like reports the stars that when I'm looking at it, I see that cluster of stars, bam, I report it, I lost it. What do? I take another cluster that also looks cool and interesting and I add it there, and bam, it looks right, it looks correct, it looks super cool. Then of course you add some incredible variant beauty with vivid light, but that's basically it. It was that easy this whole time, I knew it was all about reference. I always say references make all the difference. I told you, I knew it. Anyway, my gushing of references aside, this attack was made for ThatTGuy on artfight, but ThatTGuy on Unveil, I think if I remember correctly, when I posted my pony Sona, he welcomed me to Unveil or something like that. Pretty sweet, pretty neat. Immediately followed him because his design are fire and his art style is so good. Look at it. Anyway, after I post my team card on Unveil, I look at I had already a few bookmarks on artfight, but I also wanted to do like people I knew on Unveil for like people on Unveil that liked and or commented on it. And I don't remember if it was that he liked it or that while waiting on my following tab and saw his team card, but I went, ooh, I remember this guy. What if I drew one of his characters and did it as the first one too? Cause look at this one. I'm gonna be real. His character designs are so good. I didn't know which one of his characters I wanted to draw the most. But then I read the bio of Aries and I just went, ooh. Well, isn't that interesting? A manipulative astrology god? Isn't that fun? Isn't that neat? Immediately, I thought Bill Cipher in my head and was like, what if deal handshake? I think that's because there was more in the bio. Wait, let me go get the bio real quick so you can get the facts. Yes, she's imprisoned in a dream world. She craves power and will do anything to gain it. She contacts people through their dreams and make a deal with them in order to gain more power. Listen, that was immediate for a reason. Of course, that's where my brain went. And it gave me some great foreshortening attempt. I think that's the first time I tried foreshortening. I might be wrong, but I don't remember ever doing that before. And oh boy, was that hard to wrap my mind around. Thankfully, I did the sensible thing to do. I looked at references and did the handshake with my hand, tried my best to understand what was going on, but like, it's not bad. It looks a little funky. I'm not sure if it looks right for foreshortening, but you can see what's being tried to happen. Wow, first I lost the foreshortening and now I'm losing my ability to speak. You really do be like that. Now look at that cute Melanie revenge art. It's so cute. I love it. I've never seen them this cute or happy. Wow, it does happen. Seriously though, that was the first defense. Well, I don't know if it was an accident or not, but he didn't put defense on it, so it doesn't show up on mine, you know. He revenged, and this is the art that made him. But anyway, that still counts. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I was freaking out. They look so cute! Anyway, for the stars in the hair, I did the exact same thing. Looked at references, and bam! Looks coherent, looks real, looks incredible. Look at it! I've said it once, but I'll say it again. I love her design, I love her colors, I love the astrology team, I love her outfit, I love her hair. Look at her! And look how well I drew her! And how well I drew the background! It's insane! Look at it! And then I do my favorite part of those beautiful space nighty sky is to put a multiply to create this very beautiful, colorful effect on the spacey night sky thing. And TGuy seemed to like the drawing, so I hope you too, guys. Look at it! Moving on to something drastically different. When I looked to characters to bookmark, one of the first thing I did was to pick some ponies, cause you know me. Come on. It needed to happen. I needed to draw at least a few ponies. And when I found her design in between all the ones that appeared to me when I put on the tag, I knew I had to draw her. Look at her, she's so cute. Cute little pumpkin perfume. Huh? Look at her. Look at her butts. Look at her cutie mark. Look at her hair. Look at her glasses. Anyways, since she makes perfumes, for some reason, the first idea in my mind, and the one I immediately kept, was perfume commercial. Like, with the big bottle and the little props that are related to the scent, and her in the front because it would be super cute. I did a little perfume pumpkin that's kind of like her cutie mark but more detailed, and then I put on some cute little pumpkins props in the foreground, even a square pumpkin which was really hard to draw. I don't know why I did that. I was committed to the bit, I guess. I would not recommend ever trying to do that. I understand why I could not find references to try to elucidate how to draw that. It's really hard. To keep the perfume ad shooting idea intact, I kept a very simple one color background, because it really just look at perfumes ads. It just is that. It's just how it do be. There wasn't a lot to go off of. There was just the fact that she has a scent and perfume shop in Canterlot, but that paints a very vivid image. Look at the image, it's very vivid. Oh my god. I drew actual hooves, like the design. Unlike me, who don't draw hooves on my ponies. Huh. That makes it immediately more confusing when I proceed to draw more ponies who also are drawn with hooves, who I proceed to not give hooves, but I guess this inconsistency is just what you get when I'm the one who has to remember stuff. Oh, it's so awkward. But the other ponies look fine. It's fine. Inconsistency, it's fine. It happens. No, but like, it does not make sense to me, because I remember since any pony from My Little Pony that had visible hooves instead of the simplified art style that just implies them from the shape, from the fact that it's a horse. I've always disliked that. So it makes sense that the two last ones did not have hooves that were separate from the leg. But I guess this one, since it was the second drawing, I was too scared to go too off from the reference, which, my guy, you give ear fluffs to your characters that are the color of their mane. You're fine. You're fine. Ugh. My favorite part of the drawing, it was not just completely one color. I tried to do some texture or lighting, just like a real one. I could just not see it, I guess. Bad screen, bad eyes, who knows? But anyway, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, my favorite part of the drawing, I think, is all the props to make this cute little photo shoot ad situation. Because look at this giant perfume bottle, old perfume bottle shaped like a pumpkin. It's glorious. I looked at images of pumpkins. I know for sure I did not get the shape right. It looks weird. The perspective is not right. Then I tinker for a long time trying to make the perfume bottle look like a perfume bottle. I play with opacity, with other colors to give it the shine and the vibe. It was fun. I really liked doing this drawing. Look at it. It's not even done, and it's so cute. Oh my god, this time, unlike last time, I forgot to say who the artist who owns the OC is. Ugh. Throw me somewhere where I can just think about the situation so that I can just judge myself more, because that's just ridiculous. Oh my god, this is somehow even more embarrassing than the first one. I realized that there was a Toy House link with more of a bio, but it was not directly on the artfight character, but on the artist's profile. On MechanicalArtist's profile. I feel so silly. Pumpkin is their pony Sona? Whose? Huh? MechanicalArtist or the original creator? Fairy Dust, or however you say Fairy Dust, but with an X instead of the U. I'm having an existential crisis right now over a Toy House link. Huh? My whole world is upside down. My life will never be the same, and I am even more embarrassed about the perfume looking more like whatever it does than a perfume. I'm not sure what it looks like, but it looks moderately like a perfume bottle. We'll just say it's fine because she liked it and move on before I have a mental breakdown or something, I don't know. Hey yo! Vibe shift again. Hey. This one's silly, this one's funky, this one I'm not gonna forget to say the person who owns the OCs until the end, because that's just super silly and it's just not do that. Okay. The creator is CatsAttacks on artfight. Yes, with S's. But on Unveil it's Cat Attack without any S's. And that's also someone that I attacked because they liked my card, my team card post on Unveil, and I went, it's free real estate. Bam! I'm so awkward. Who lets me do this? Anyway, when I went on her account, I immediately noticed Shaun, the guy, and saw in his bio that he had a cat. So I proceed to go find her profile, Marley, and what do I see? What do I see with my little eyes? She can speak to humans and is really annoying. She will talk your ears off. Huh. Isn't that interesting? And Shaun is very pessimistic and done with society as a whole. Huh. I see. I can see a dynamic forming in my head. And then I could not give up the idea of Marley just saying swear words that would be censored but with the symbols, because I think it's really funny. It's like censored but also not. I think it's really funny. And he's just like, stop it. It's annoying. And she doesn't. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about my humor. It's fine. Also, that's one of the only times I've drawn a cat. Maybe the only time. I don't know if since the skeleton as a cat skeleton counts or not. We'll say she's the first cat I've drawn, ? So finding the proportion in my art style wasn't obvious, but thankfully it also wasn't like a battle. I went to see like poses of cats references, and also like artists whose style inspired mine, to see how they do it, and keeping the like Neko and furry cat designs that I have in those situations on a actual like feral not anthropomorphic cat. If you kept track to the numbers, it's pretty obvious from basic logic that CatsAttacks is the second artist to have revenged me. It was the most recent, but I'm giving you all everything in order of drawing I made. So deal with it, I don't know. In the revenge post, they sounded like so embarrassed to have made like a low effort drawing when mine is like fully rendered and stuff. But like, look at it! It's so cute! I told her! Like, what are you talking about? Girly Pop, it's adorable! Look at it! I don't know, I think there's just something so charming about art like that is like not colored, done with, I don't know, a thin Sharpie, I don't really know, and with the background behind the character being done with highlighter. It just has that, I don't know how to explain it, but just this vibe that is just, it's just everything. It just feels incredible. It's just cute. That's it. I love it. I love it so much. The really cool part about this art, other than, I don't know, having two characters, that's new, wow, is the background, not the layout in itself. It's kind of a standard room I just made up on the spot to kind of look nice and just give a vibe. That's about it. But I tried giving my background more depth this time around, make it look more three-dimensional. I don't remember how the thought crossed my mind, but I looked at my sketch and suddenly, bam, I knew exactly what to do. Gradients. It makes the shadow, it gives a vibe. It's just my if it's my vibe, okay? I have a different way of rendering backgrounds than I do characters and props that character hold. It's just like in an animation cartoon, the more painterly background with the more like lined character. That's just my vibe, and the gradients, they were doing the heavy lifting. All my other backgrounds before this, where I put elements and things and stuff but did not use the gradient, they feel so flat and diminished and empty now. I just randomly willed that a part of my art style for the foreseeable future. Just like that. Just out of, I don't even know, a feeling of, I've spent so long on the drawing anyway, so might as well, right? I honestly think that was actually the thought process that I think about it, which is hilarious and so fair. So thank you taking time to draw. Now I have cell shading for characters and props that your character holds, and gradients to give the vibe of soft shading for backgrounds. Look at those clouds. Those are the best cloud I've ever done. Huh? The power of gradients, man, they're unstoppable. It's my new favorite tool to just elevate backgrounds. It's just so easy and it works so well. Plus, the drawing was loved, and was rated 100% accurate. So I don't know what that is in your book, but for me that's pretty incredible. And that's it. Now onto the final drawing I did on week 1. So since last one ended on such a high note, it feels like kind of a bummer to end on the worst one. The worst speed paint, I mean. I had a pretty big technical difficulty that didn't happen to me in like so long. The recording crashed and I was so in the zone I didn't even notice it. So like I think half of the sketching, not the shaping that I'm doing right now, but the sketching just poofs, or the very end of it. Ugh. It do happen sometimes. You need to be more careful. But anyway, onto the father daughter. I think you probably will recognize those OCs. They are pretty popular. I discovered them, like I would assume everybody else, on Bubbs shorts about the story. Mostly Wilhelmina. I've only ever read her name. I've never tried to say it. But I think Mr. Foxx was shown too, or at least was implied. I don't remember. It feels like I saw those shorts yesterday, and at the same time it feels like it's been a millennia since I saw them, you know? Maybe we should all collectively rewatch them or something. Either way, the moment I discovered from the community post that Bubbs was on Artfight, I knew it was the moment to draw some fan art. Cause, like, come on, it's the moment. And you know what? I got complimented for it being cute, and again, lore accurate. I'm so good at those character interaction thing. Woo! More seriously, since you know how to count, you know this is where my third revenge comes from. That Bubbs drew one of my characters. No, but like, her hairstyle is scrumptious. Like, just got added into my inspiration since the first time I saw it. It's immaculate. But when I did my art, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after the community post, and I'm really sure I don't really remember. And so since it was worded like it was gonna be a short list, I totally thought I was gonna just draw it like for fan art and not get a revenge in return. And then I just get one. See, the recording died. It died. It died like me when I realized that Bubbs had revenged me, but in a bad way instead of that's incredible. How did this happen? Ugh. But anyway, we move on and we finish the drawing anyway. And that's why this part of the video is significantly shorter than all the other ones. live and learn, I guess. Live and learn. But look at the art of Kyla! Look at it! Sorry, my voice just got into high registers that not even dogs could hear. But she even complimented Kayla, saying that they look cute. That's the first thing I discovered when I woke up. I just opened my computer, logged on, and saw it. It was crazy. I could not process that it had actually happened. Last thing I added on my drawing is this like crayon effect that I did by overlaying 2 different strokes because I don't have custom pens. We do what we have. And with that, week 1 was over and it was on to week 2. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care!